and welcome to the newly named Trucking Risk and Insurance Podcast. Yeah! John and I have now come up with a name for the podcast where two bearded guys, two bearded old farts of safety, take an irreverent look at trucking safety, risk, and insurance. So join us. Our first guest for the new podcast is Mr. Kim Richardson, our good friend, and we are discussing the NRRS Symposium. So join us. The unnamed podcast. Whoa! I forgot. We got, you gentlemen didn't see that? Some confetti just went off. But we have Mr. Farquhar, my co-host, with us, and Mr. Kim Richardson. Welcome, Kim. How are you?
I'm doing great, Chris. Thank you.
Ah, you're welcome. We're here to talk about...
Kim is a legend in my mind.
Oh, there we go.
Don't make me blush, John.
We are here to talk about NRRS. Now, first of all, that's an acronym. Kim, can you tell me what NRRS stands for?
That stands for the National Recruiting and Retention Symposium.
There we go.
Cool.
National Recruiting and Retention Symposium. And let's get this out right now. When's it being held and where and all that kind of stuff?
Well, we are hosting it October 29th. Actually, it's the 28th and 29th. On the 28th, there will be an industry event in the evening, a celebration for industry, along with we'll kick off our silent auction that evening. Have a few cocktails, libations, network, and then Friday we'll get things rocking and rolling with a full agenda.
Cool. John, you got...
I've seen the agenda. It's looking really good. Yeah, I've got some good speakers and conversations that are going to be had. That's going to be great.
All right, and just before we move on to Friday, so Thursday you've got a live auction, a silent auction.
Yeah, it's a silent auction. Yeah,
okay.
Silent auction. Yeah.
So, are you supporting somebody? What's the purpose?
Well, you're going to love this. It's all 100% of the proceeds are going to be going to a secret charity, and it's not the John Farquhar, Kim Richardson, Chris Harris charity.
Damn. All right, so I guess that will be announced sometime. Thursday evening? That evening?
Yeah, they'll. The audience on Thursday will hear about the secret charity and why it's called the secret charity right now. We're pretty excited about it. So people that are there Thursday night will have an opportunity to bid, and then Friday, probably up until about noon, people who are there for the full day event will have an opportunity to bid, and then there'll be an announcement made, obviously, with the winners. We got some amazing prizes, so this industry just never disappoints.
Cool. Great support. Awesome.
Well, can you give us an example of an awesome prize? Like maybe that would encourage somebody to register and come out to the event.
Wow. You know what? I don't want to say that one is better than the other because they're all just such amazing prizes. I'll give you two that are industry related. PMTC has donated a bronze sponsorship to next year's conference, which is it's a big dollar value, and that's a private winner of Canada.
Throw a little applause in there for PMTC.
Yeah, and Avatar Fleet, they're donating a pretty cool prize. It is marketing video, which they do really, really well. There's a guy over there by the name of Marketing Mark, and he's put a number of videos together for companies, and they are donating one video. It's valued at $3,000. That will be produced by Avatar and Marketing Mark. So, that could be used.
That's awesome.
I feel like I'm at a hockey game, you guys.
Yeah, it is. It's the Habs versus the Leafs.
Oh,
must be a regular season game then.
Oh, for sure, because we know they can't make the playoffs.
And for the viewers who don't know, Mr. Richardson is a Bruins fan.
Yeah, I would say I got two favorite teams. The
What's
Bruins
that?
and anybody the Leafs are playing. I got two favorite teams. The Bruins and anybody the Leafs are playing.
There you go. Okay, so but just as an aside, you had mentioned to me earlier this week, last week, I forget now, that one of the other silent auction items was a round of golf. So,
We got a few of those.
Which, caught my attention because I haven't played a lot of golf lately. And so.
Is it
You
a
keep
round
saying
of
that,
golf?
but every time I play, you knock it down the middle of the fairway like nobody's tomorrow.
I had an unbelievable round. That was
awesome.
really good with you. The company
Is this free round of golf that you could win? Is that with somebody, or is that you get to pick your own foursome?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Yeah, that's a great question, John, because the one auction item for golf is at the amazing Monhill Golf and Country Club, which is 4 rounds of golf and carts, and we're working on tying a dinner to that as well. Hopefully we can make that happen. The other round of golf that we have right now is with industry celebrity Lisa Arsenault. She's a member over at Granite Ridge, and she's donated 3 rounds and the carts, and you get to go and play Granite Ridge with Lisa Arsenault. So that's very cool.
That sounds like a good one.
So there's a silent auction. It's supporting a charity. That's Thursday night. What's the date of that again?
That would be October 28th, and that's at Lions Head, Lions Golf Club and Conference Center in Mississauga.
Okay,
Nice
so
place. I was just recently there. That's a nice event.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
And so that was the 28th. So if I was to come on the 29th, where is it being held?
At the same place, same location.
Beautiful. And why would somebody from this wonderful trucking industry that we are all in, why would somebody want to attend the NRRS?
Well, it's all about recruiting and retention in this business and human resources. And at the end of the day, educating your people and getting them to benefit from industry experts is only beneficial to them and their company and the industry. And we've already, I think we're at about 120 registrations already.
Wow.
And I say already, this thing's been being promoted for 2 years, but through that little thing called COVID. But there's going to be wonderful education. We can talk about the agenda if you'd like and what we're going to be covering, but affordable opportunity to network with great industry people and brush shoulders with some of the best in the business. And there will be a certificate of competency for those who attend the entire full day on the Friday. At the end of the day, recruiting strategies are very important. Retention strategies are very important. Dealing with the management issues are very important.
Well, there's a couple of things that I want to dig deeper into in what you said there. But the first one, I'm so excited about this event. It's actually live where we can rub shoulders. Well, not too closely, I know, but at least we can. It's a live event.
Yeah, yes. Wow. Back to that.
Yeah, and who knows what the protocol will be like day of or the night of the cocktail party. The jury's still out on that, obviously, at the time of the taping of this conversation. But, we've recently attended some live events there, and you folks have as well. And very comfortable. I felt very relaxed in reference to the protocols that they put in place. Yeah, lots of room. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
Lots of room.
There's lots of room. Social distancing is happening. The protocols, I know, Kim, you'll make sure they're in place and adhered to. So whatever they may be. So agenda. Who might I come and listen? Because one of the things I'll tell you, I believe in a whole lot is retention. You're far better to retain your best than to let them go to your competitors. So how am I going to learn about retention at the National Recruiting and Retention Symposium?
That's an awesome question. Thank you. So we do have a retention panel. There's going to be some great information there. Most people in the industry would recognize the name of Mike McCarron, the transportation maverick.
Yep.
He's going to moderate the panel. Garth Pitzel from Bison Transport will be there. Mike Zellick from the Wellington Group of Companies. And Ruby Murphy Collins is coming in from the East Coast from Armored Transportation System. They're going to talk about all things retention.
That's cool.
Heavy hitters.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm looking forward to meeting. You said Ruby and the gentleman's name from Wellington?
Mike Zellick. Great young man. They're doing some incredible things over at Wellington, and Armor and Bison, they come as advertised. I mean, their retention strategies are first class. Just happy that they're going to come and share some of those thoughts with the people that'll be there.
Yeah. And what a great industry in that people like Bison, Armor, and Wellington Group will come and share what they're doing so that others can copy, because there's no shame in doing that at all. John.
You know what? I love it. I love it when the carriers can come together and share best practices, and they're not worried about it because it's not about competition. There's no plagiarism in safety. I've always said that for a long time. Here's a great opportunity for like-minded people that are doing excellent work with retention, recruiting the processes of new drivers. They just got it down pat. So why wouldn't you want to listen to these guys so that you could improve your own programs?
Yeah. What else is happening?
Absolutely.
On the 29th, Friday the 29th.
So we're going to get kicked off at 7:30 with a full breakfast, or with a breakfast, I should say. I don't know how full it will be, but there'll be breakfast there.
You're going to feed us too?
Yeah, breakfast, lunch. We're gonna give you some cocktails the night before. Trailcon Leasing is our sponsor of the Thursday night, and there's going to be some I call it tea and crumpets on the Thursday evening. But getting back to the panels and the agenda, we also have a great recruiting strategy panel. That's going to be moderated by Jeff Topping. Jeff is well known in the transportation industry from Challenger Motor Freight, winner of the National Human Resource Award. And on that panel, it's going to be Leanne Quayle from CPC Logistics. James from Carrier's Edge. I try not to butcher her last name, but it's Jazware. And Sud Mahorta from Intact. A lot of people
I don't say that. Well, yes.
Sorry, yeah. Where's Sud now?
He's at Intact.
I did not know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, he's been there since earlier this year. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. I've been out of the loop. Oh, congrats to Sud. That's a great place to be.
Yeah, and then we also have, I don't want to put these in any order, but we have a couple of high-profile dudes. Joel Mandelbaum is going to talk about winning online and crushing your competition and visibility. He wrote an amazing book. I've read the book. The cool thing about Joel is, he cut his teeth in the trucking industry, and he has a number of businesses now, and I've seen his presentations. He's going to be really good. And then Scotty Ray of Sunshine, as I call him, Scott Ray, president of Avatar, is going to talk about retention reinvention.
Oh, wow. Great speaker. I like listening to Scotty. Very, very invigorating.
Yeah, he's a true pro. Yeah. The 10th Street is sponsoring the National Recruiter of the Year Award. We've got some amazing nominations, but the nominations are still open. And all you listeners out there, there's nothing better you can do than promote your people and promote your company. And if you got a recruiter or someone working in your company that would be deserving this award, you can go to our website at Transrep and download the nominations. We've got some excellent ones already.
Sweet. Perfect.
Well, and I'll make sure I put the link in the show notes below so people can just go and click on that, because you're right, Kim. You got to be able to recognize excellence within your own organization, and it really gives a pat on the back to somebody, just even to be nominated. They don't have to win, just to be recognized and nominated is a huge thing, I believe.
Oh, for sure. And Andrea Morley's also going to be there. The health and wellness of our industry, of every industry, is important, and she's going to be there to talk about Healthy Trucker and give an update of some of the terrific things NAL is doing. And I think that's going to be about it. There's going to be a couple of networking sessions. We've got a full area for people to promote at the trade show. We've got a ton of people that have already committed to that. Now there's only room for so many, and they're filling up quickly. So if you want a trade booth, very reasonably priced. I think it's $1,500, and it includes registrations and a cocktail party. And you want to get your information out to some decision makers, that's a great spot to be.
Cool. And
Awesome.
John, you've been to these NRRS conferences in the past, have you?
Mm-hmm. I have. I was at the one, the virtual one here earlier this year, last year.
Yeah, we ran 2 virtuals, maybe 3 during COVID, but I think this will be our 3rd live one. Don't hold me to that.
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm looking at this brochure. It was dated April 23rd and 24th, 2020, and we started postponing. Well, we had already had so many sponsors step to the plate and actually paid. So we reached out to them and said, listen, what do you want to do? Do you want us to give your money back? So why don't you run some virtual events? And when you do run it again, we've already budgeted for it. You've got the funds, so carry on.
Perfect. Nice.
And one of the things that I like about the way you've organized the event is that we do have time to interact with the sponsors. For those who are there, you give us enough time to go out there and investigate and see different products or sponsors or whatever it is that they want to enlighten me on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and those breaks are going to be lengthy, so people can talk to those folks. And I have to give credit where credit's due. It's really important, Chris and John. Charlie Sherlambus from IHSA. He is our chairman or our individual who'll be looking things, and he really helps organize all of this and truly is an expert at it, and he's helped bring this whole thing together. So big shout out to Charlie for sure.
Cool. A great industry friend, that fella. I just have trouble with his last name.
It's easy. So it's really easy. Let me teach you how you say it.
Okay.
Because I was butchering it for years, and he said, Kim, it's simple. So here's what you do. You think of the singer Cher, and then you think of a lamb, and you think of a bus. Cher a lambus.
Lambus. There you go.
Lambus.
Yeah. His code name is Batman.
Yes, it is. That's good stuff, John.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, his code name is Batman.
An inside secret.
Do you want to talk about it for a bit, and then that way
I was going to say,
get it all out of there?
Yeah, we can. It's. Let's put it this way: the job he has now is his 2nd most wanted job. The first one was to be Batman. Unfortunately, it was already killed.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, the IHSA, they've had Charlie as part of their team for a while, and Charlie does. I think if there was there's a number of people that could be a poster child for volunteerism, but Charlie certainly fits in that category. He's a great human being and great for our industry, and the NRS are happy to have him to help us out in his spare time. And he invests some time on the weekends with this stuff, so it's appreciated.
Cool. Yeah, and I don't know how many years I've known Charlie. It's quite a few. Well, I just because I go back he worked for an insurance company is where I first met him. That's how many years ago it was. And he's always been on the volunteer list. So, and does such a great job.
More than well.
Chris, how many years
have help anybody?
Yeah, for sure, John. How many years, we talk about this the odd time, we met back in the OTA days at the safety meetings, right?
I'm guessing it's got to be 30 now, because I'm just trying to think of my age. So I would have been in my mid-30s, I would think, when I started going to the OTA safety meetings.
Yeah, and I was 12 or 13, so that makes sense. It's been a great relationship. We really appreciate it, Chris, and you too, Johnny Farquhar. It's you guys do a lot for our industry, including stuff like this. It's important.
Well, John and I are just trying to have some fun and also promote safety. And NRRS fits right into that, because if you can retain your best people and then recruit the best people, and when I say people, I'm saying mechanics, office personnel, vice presidents, presidents, and of course, profit center operators, as you call them. Truck drivers for the rest of us, but Kim calls a truck driver, rightfully so, profit center operators. So if I can learn how to...
No, you're missing a word.
Uh-oh.
You're missing a word.
Okay.
They're mobile profit center operators.
There we go. Sorry, mobile profit center operators. But if I can increase my knowledge on how to retain and how to recruit the best in the industry, that fits right into safety. Because the best, of course, are safe, or they promote, if they're a vice president, for example, then they're promoting safety. So NRRS is doing a great job of bringing education to the masses and allowing people like my clients to operate a better and safer trucking company. It fits right in.
Chris, can I mention one more presentation that we have that I think is going to be lights out, and it'll kind of roll out our agendas? Again, some folks in our industry will know Kelly Henderson. She's the executive director of the Trucking Human Resource Sector Council of Atlantic Canada. And she's going to be talking about investing in your team for stronger retention. And I'm really looking forward to this one because, Kelly is a phenomenal presenter. She prepares so well. The information that she provides those who are in attendance of hearing her speak, I think that's going to be a real golden nugget. She's going to do a great job. We always welcome Kelly.
She's a great speaker. I've heard her in the past. She is, as John just said, an awesome speaker.
Yeah, very knowledgeable.
So a huge lineup this year. Congrats, Kim. That's awesome.
So I'm curious to ask Chris, just to run off Kim, who should be attending this event? I think we've kind of hit around it, but let's be specific. Who should be at this event?
Yeah, so if you're in recruiting, if you're in retention, if you're in human resources, if you're in management, quite frankly, if you're in the industry, service providers, safety people, insurance companies, we've got a long laundry list of registrations already, and all of those folks are there. We've got people coming from all over North America. We've got a number of folks registered from the U.S. We do have a number of folks registered from across the country. But yeah, so the focus is recruiting, retention, human resources. But I mean, this is all about building your team. This is all about being able to do the right thing as far as relationships and building your culture. And, I don't care what business you're in, inside or outside of trucking. These are all very important things. And we've got a ton of sponsors that make this happen, guys. I do want to give full recognition to all of them. Of course, being a platinum sponsor is very important to us from a contribution perspective, and Revolution Staffing is our platinum sponsor, has stepped to the plate for that.
Our buddy, Mr. McDonald. Congrats.
Yeah. Well, he's a pretty. I think he told me one time during conversation when I said, Dave, you contribute a lot to this industry and invest. And he said, Kim, I think it went something like this: no one ever goes poor by giving.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a great individual, and I think Revolution Staffing is an awesome company.
Yeah, we got some great sponsors. There's still sponsorships available. There's a couple gold sponsors left, silver, bronze. So we're having multiple gold, bronze, and silver sponsors. So they'll stay right open until the end. Booths are open still. Event Friends is a good place to be. Reasonably priced for people who want to attend and do want to contribute, get their brand in front of people, but not at those higher levels of investment. So a lot of them are sold out. Cup sponsors are sold out. We actually have a sponsor for the placemats when you sit down the day of, and it's cool. It's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah. Well,
nice.
Congrats. Go ahead, Johnny.
I was just going to say one of the things that I'm big on is not reinventing the wheel. And in today's day and age, we have lots of motor carriers out there that are really struggling in retaining and struggling even more to get and recruit the drivers they need. And that's what this program will be all about, is help you do that. So definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Well, whatever your programs are and they're not working, stop. Come to the NRRS and you'll learn some new ways. And that way you won't be into an insane situation.
Well said, my friend. Kim, last word. How would somebody register?
Yeah, all you got to do is go to, I'm sure you're going to put up the link to Transrep, but just go to the website. There's the symposium banner. All the information is there. You can register online. If you're interested in sponsoring or having a booth, again, you can reach out to Transrep. And, I'm just the custodian of this event, or, the individual who gets to be able to be involved like this. But it takes a big team to pull this off. And our entire team at Transrep, along with Charlie, they do an amazing job. I'm really proud of all of them, and they worked hard at this.
Well, and as somebody who's been to the past events, you've set the bar high, and I'm expecting you to hit it again out of the park, you and the team.
I'm sure they will. This new venue, taking it to Lions Head, is obviously a step up. For nothing against where our venue was before, because they were awesome. But I think that the venue is going to be amazing. I think that the people in the room is going to be amazing. And the delegates and the registrants and the sponsors, those people that are at the booths. But I think most importantly, the people that are going to be presenting, the speakers, the panelists, they're gonna light it up.
It's going to be awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks, Kim, my friend, for coming on the, I keep joking, the unnamed podcast at the moment.
I like it. I like it. Well,
it's something about trucking. Yeah, something about trucking, something about risk and insurance.
Yeah. Well, I wish I could call it the unnamed podcast, but that's not SEO friendly either. So,
well, you'll find something that is SOE friendly. And to both of you gentlemen, keep up the great work that you're doing, and keep giving to the industry, because you folks have been doing it for a long time, and you're setting a good example for the rest of us.
Thanks, Mr. Kim. Johnny, thank you, my friend.
Hey, looking forward to it. It'll be good.
It's going to be good. All right. And tune in again next week, where John and I will take an irreverent look and have a guest and talking about trucking, safety, risk, and all things trucking. So if you would be so kind, click like and subscribe to this podcast. We'd love to see you again next week. Thanks.